Welcome to my channel. So hope you all are doing good. So today's topic will be very interesting. Splunk upgrade. I am getting so many requests to create a video on a Splunk upgrade because Splunk upgrade is very crucial, or we can say very critical for any of the organization. So it should be very careful before you do upgrade. It's not simple straightforward thing that you just extract the tar ball to the existing environment. It's more than that. So we need to be very careful during the upgrade process. So in this series, I am going to explain you about from basics to advanced, like basics, what all prerequisite we need to do, like also like if we are running older version 6.x or 7.x, whether we need to go to intermediate version then to latest one, and what is the difference between these versions. So I will give you detail in upcoming videos. So let's begin. Then the very first thing is in upgrade discovery. Okay, so discovery, that mean is you need to understand your environment. Is it a standalone, or is it a distributed environment? So distributed, standalone, generally we do not have. I don't see any customer who has a standalone for production. Generally, customer keep it for uh, test environment, or like say any POC, or these kind of very small scale customer keep the standalone environment. So the very first thing is discovery. Discovery, that means you need to know each and every component of Splunk. If you are working as a consultant to the company, so make sure you understand the environment first. You Without understanding, please do not uh, install or do not start upgrade, because many a times I have seen the scenarios where people, like a customer do the upgrade themselves, and they end up like reinstalling or cleaning their environment without knowing the things. So it's better to discover the environment first, what all things they are using, what all inputs are there, how many data per day they have ingested, whether it's a standalone, or it's distributed. Then how many types of data is there, dashboards and everything. So it is very crucial to discovering the environment, and also keep track of everything, whether it has default certificate, how many data is there, lookups. Also, I will give you more detail about what all processes are there. And also in a distributed environment, you need to keep track of each and individual things, like say how many managers are there, how many nodes are there. Managers should be, like if it's a distributed environment, definitely four managers should be there. One is deployment server, deployer, then cluster master, license manager, license master, and then monitoring console. So five managers will be there. So generally, uh, people keep those managers in, like say, in one or more than one things, but it is better to have all Splunk components in different what you can say, different instances. So it is best practice to keep it. If kind of if we have limitations over costing, so there is we can include more than one instance with through some caveats. So yeah, so going back to the upgrade thing, distributed environment, you need to keep note of each and every component, like say you need to maintain inventory where you have name, IP, virtual IP, and everything. You keep it with the details going to the application folder, then going to individual folder, going then keep note of server.conf of each of the folder. So you need to keep note of it, how it is like configured. Also discovering that means is like you need to know the password sim key as well. So that is very crucial in case you need a password sim key, so you should have it handy in case of disaster or in case of uh, failure of like say any of the upgrade. So after that, like say first of all, take all the managers details, what all the manager, whether it's on the same server, different servers, so keep note of it. Then go to the next layer, that is search head, whether the search head is in distributed environment or standalone environment. Does it have the premium applications? If then we need to take extra attention on a premium applications. Also, if like say it is a standalone, then keep note of it. If it's a searched cluster, also you need to follow the searched cluster rolling restart if it is applicable for the newer version. If it is not, then you need to go to different method of doing upgrade. Then if you go further down the line, then it comes like indexing layer. So also check whether you have cluster index cluster enable, or it's a simple indexing. So generally we, in most of the scenarios, their customer creates index clustering environment. So keep note of each and every cluster, though it is 100, 200, 2, 4, any number. Just keep note of everything. Also, as I mentioned, for each and every instance, take a look on server.conf application, what all applications are there. And then after that, for managers, if it's cluster master, so you need to check what all things are there in master app folder. If it's a searched cluster, so you need to take HC cluster, sh cluster slash apps folder. You need to take care of that folder, how many apps are there. So those are apps deployer uh, uses to push those app to cluster. So take a note of that. After that, if you have deployment server, so deployment apps, you need to take a look on deployments app, how many apps are there, and also the server class, and the things clients details you need to take. Now you have managers, then search head, and after that you have indexers. So those detail you have, you have discovered each and everything on that. Then you go to the next layer. So that layer generally is optional, whether you want to take in same activity, or you need to perform a separate activity for forwarders. So forwarders are n number of forwarders will be there in any of the organization, though it is universal forwarder. Mostly it will be universal forwarder and heavy forwarders. If you have heavy forwarders, then keep note of it. If you want to perform activity with the same CRQ, definitely it will go with the CRQ or a few of the process, few of the change process. So this is also keep track of each and the application installed in each and every component, each and every instance, though it is search head, indexer, forwarder. Yeah. So these are the highlight points where you can discover customer environment. Uh, Yeah, so that's all about this video. I will come with the next video, and I will explain further how can we perform upgrade and other activities. Thank you. Hey friends, welcome to my channel. So this series is about upgrading Splunk. So in my previous video, I covered one of the part of discovering of Splunk environment, where I explained about before upgrading the environment, Splunk environment, we need to find is it a standalone deployment or distributed or cluster environment or multi-cluster environment. So I have talked detailed about it. If you have not seen that video, I request you to see that video before starting this. Now, in this part of video, I am going to uh, explain you about Splunk asset inventory and version of Splunk component, how to get that, and application and add-on inventory and version of it. So we will talk about in detail in this environment how can we create inventory for Splunk, what all servers are there, and how to create an inventory sheet plus the application and add-on inventory. So this video for the guys who already worked on Splunk or upgraded, this is not for them. This is video is purely the person for who has not done any upgrade or they are new to it, so they can uh, get it easily. So it will be a very basic level of video, basic level of settings, so anybody can get it from there. So like let me show you how can we get the inventory sheet. So first of all, we like it's very simple. Excel sheet will be there, where first we will provide a serial number. Any Excel format you can like any Excel sheet. I am using uh, Mac OS, so I'm using it. So you can use MS Excel or any other thing. So first will be the serial number. Next, second one, server name. Third will be the server IP. Then fourth will be the Splunk role, and Splunk version. So this header, minimum this header should be there. So I'll make it bold. Now, as I mentioned you in the previous video, if it is distributed environment, we upgrade first all the masters. In the masters, we upgrade a cluster master first. So my recommendation is create a Excel sheet in the form of in the sequence where we are going to upgrade the Splunk. So let's say your server name can be splk-cm, the IP address 10.0.0.1, Splunk role, cluster master, and version, let's say it has 6.2.6.2.0. Very older version, so I will go to 6.0.0. So this is an example. These details you have to put whatever there in your environment. So I will put, let's say, license master, license master. So these version can be similar or different in your environment. So be careful. Apply those parameters whichever there, and also it can be possible there is a overlap between these roles. So there can be a one server having multiple roles, like cluster master can have license master and few other details. So as per the best practice, we should not have multiple role for like say one server. So but but with few caveats where we can have multiple role for one Splunk component, one Splunk server. So next will be deployment server, DS 0 dot, again I am doing the mistake here, deployment server, zero dot. I am considering here your present environment has all the component on the same version. So deployment server, then search at deployer. So I will put deployer, same version. Now what next? It will be license master is done. This is monitoring console. So SPLK monitoring console, monitoring console. So it will be the same version. Likewise, if it is a search at cluster environment, definitely there will be a 3 cluster. Minimum should be three clusters, 0, 1. I will put SH 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will be, sorry, IP address and search at 1, search at 2, search at 3, and the version is same. Now it can be multiple indexers. So SPLK 01, IDX 01, and there can be a 10 and 1000 multiple indexers. And similarly, indexer 01. and the version. Now let's come to forwarders. If you want, you can create a forwarder inventory here. If you want to make it separate, you can do it. But these are the main inventory where you need to play for major attention over here. So 0 1 0 2 or maybe multiple. So I'll 21 22 23 24. From here I put 21 22 23. This is heavy forwarders 0 1 0 2 0 4, and the version can be a similar or different. So recommendation is you keep your Splunk version as similar as possible. Okay. So then there can be a couple of UFs, SPLK, UF 0 1. There can be a multiple. There will be n number of UFs. So it is depends if you want to if you want to include a UF upgrade in same activity, because UF upgrade will be a bigger activity. So that will take time. So universal forwarder 0 1 and similarly. This has to be changed. So this will become your inventory. So this will become your server Splunk server inventory, and you can put it in your CRQ or anywhere wherever you want. You can like share it with your management, share it to your manager, or how, and like accordingly you can decide a time and everything, how much time you will take to uh, like say upgrade one to another. So this is the basic thing where you can create your inventory. Now you can also, you need to create inventory for your application for each component. Like a major component of application upgrade will be search head and indexer and forwarders. So here most of the applications and add-ons will be there. So that will be the major part. CM, like license manager, and these can be like we should upgrade the apps on on those components as well. But the majority part will be the search head, indexers, heavy forwarder, and universal forwarder. So make another Excel sheet where, if like say you can put search as 0 1 or search at cluster or SH only, then create one more IDX, what all applications are there in IDX, then HFs. So almost there will be a, definitely on the SH and IDX indexers, there will be a common applications and add-ons. And on HF there can be add-ons push from deployers, and locally somebody can locally install over there. So from uh, searcher's perspective, I will tell you how to create again serial number and all. It's very simple thing. If you want, you can skip you can fast forward this step. Just I'm creating them app name, app slash add-on name, version. Yeah, so that's a simple one. So now how to get the version, I'll let me explain that. So suppose this is your search head, where it is, this is your search head. Now from search head you go to apps, manage apps. Like if you have this, you can go from drop down as well, apps, manage apps. So here you can see, like you can see over here the application name. So you need to just copy application name from search head to your Excel sheet. That is, put it over here and just simple. This is very simple way. There are a couple of ways are there where you can write down a search and get all the details, but this is, I am showing very simplest one. So this is the one. If you can see, it is asking for update as well. So that means we have the newer version of ES content updates. So similarly, sim, you have this, and so on. You can create inventory for this. So by doing this, what is the advantage of it? First of all, we'll get to know how many applications are there we need to upgrade, and how many applications already installed. And second, we'll check the compatibility of present applications installed on each component, and like say the newer version of Splunk. So like say I will check if ES content update is compatible. This version of ES content update is compatible with the core Splunk which we are going to upgrade. So I will tell you detail in the next videos. So this is very basic video where I'm explaining from the scratch. I'm again and again telling, if you are the expert, you have already done. So this video is not for you. This video is purely for the people who are new to the environment, new to the Splunk, and yeah. So I have created this list for search it. So similarly, like search it means the same kind of app will be there on search it 1, search it 2, like this search it 1, search it 2, search it 3. So all the apps will be there. 0, 1, you can, if you want, you can mention like 0, 1, 0, 2 like this, and you can just copy paste this app. Now second component will be indexer. So generally the indexer GUI will be disabled. So what you need to do, you need to go to cluster master, go to opt, directory name I'm saying, go to opt Splunk HC master hyphen apps. So here all the apps will be there, and you need to find out the version from the app local app.conf file, and you need to list down all the apps similar to this. Once you have this, you will be ready with the similar app will be not there, will not be there. I say ES content is purely for search it. So please note down this path. I'm going to delete it, and it is not pasting. So paste it. So the apps can be different, like say some add-ons. Generally the add-ons will be there where the parsing happens on index cluster. So this, and then finally HF will be similar as search it, where where I just copy paste from the managed app section. So it will be similar. Remember, the app will be different on each of the role. It won't be similar, but on the cluster nodes, the apps will be similar to throughout all the cluster members. So I guess that's it about this lecture. So hope you are gaining something about upgrading the environment. So in the next lecture or next session, I will cover about uh, how the compatibility and everything works for the compatibility metrics for Splunk to Splunk and Splunk to UF or and between the uh, Splunk applications. So thanks for watching the video and have a nice day. Hello everyone. So in my previous video we have talked about Splunk inventory, asset inventory, Splunk version inventory plus Splunk app inventory, app and add-on inventory. So in this video we are going to talk about upgrade path compatibility check. Compatibility check will include app or add-ons compatibility and then Splunk to Splunk compatibility. It's all about the version compatibility to the target Splunk core version. Okay, so let's deep dive into it. So this part is all about discovering of your environment. Okay, so this will be the third part of discovering the environment. Now the upgrade path. So how will you know the upgrade path? Let's see. In the previous video, we have discovered that our Splunk version is uh, 7.0.0. Now let's see the Splunk target version. Target version is 9.0.0, for example. So this will be the target version. Okay. I will copy this as well. This will be the target version of our environment where we are going to upgrade Splunk from 7 to 9, 7x to 9x. Now let's go to Splunk doc. I will provide you link of this. If you want, you can write down. So I will go to 9, version 9. Now in this install manual, if I go down, here it is mentioned we are currently on 7.0.x and we have to, our target version is 9.0.x. Okay, so there we cannot directly jump from 7.0 to 9.0. So first we need to upgrade either to 8.0 or 8.1. So there will be a 2 upgrade. So this is very important to identify the path of a Splunk so that we can define a project timeline. So like here it will be 2 upgrade. If your Splunk is on 8.11 or 8.2, you can directly jump to 9.x. So similarly, if you are on 8.0, you need to first go to 8.1 or 8.2 and then jump to 9. So this will be a very crucial thing where you are estimating time or resource efforts. So please keep in mind this point is very important. So now we are in 7.0 and now our intermediate version will be like I'll consider 8. Splunk target 1 version. So you can mention intermediate Splunk version. So by .0. Similarly, I will put it. So now if you are estimating your efforts, so it will be double of the initial efforts where you just trying to mention from one version to another version. It will be a one version to intermediate and then intermediate to the final target version. Okay. This called as a upgrade path. Okay. Now the second part will be the compatibility check. So this is also very important. So like say you in previous discovery section, we have identified that we have few of the application with a specific compatibility. So let's see, we have ES content update application installed on search it. So as I already mentioned, let me show you. So this is the version we had. So now I will go to Splunkbase, search for this application. Go to Splunkbase, search for this particular application, hit enter. It will land to this particular page. So the app is loaded. Now you choose your version. I think it's 32. Now wait for some time. It will load all the compatibility metrics. Now here you need to keep in mind that it should be compatible with your target version. So target version is 9.0 and also 8.1. So sometimes it happens that your target the app current version is not compatible with your target version. So in that case, you need to check, you need to upgrade your application, your app or add-on, whichever is installed on your environment. So again, you go to your inventory sheet. Now is it compatibility with target version 1? So what we decided, one is our 8 dot the target one is 8.1.0. So now is it compatible? Yes. So you can see the compatibility with target Splunk version. So it is compatible. Yes. So target compatible with the final or target 2 or final Splunk target. So is it compatible? Yes. So upgrade needed, you can mention upgrade needed, yes or no. So here we mention no. So similarly, you can create a list, yes, no, yes, no. If in case it is not compatible with this, it will show no, and upgrade needed, yes. And you also mention the app target version, app target version. Here it will be NA because not required, and it will be something like this is an example. Maybe it is compatible with all the things. So a dot whatever the version you want to check. So current version of it. Let's see what is the MLTK current version. So MLTK current version. So I'm giving this an example. So it is current version is 5.3.3. So it is compatible with this and this. So also before upgrading, you need to focus that the current version is not compatible with the 7.x, which is current version. So first So you can upgrade this app only when you are on 8.1. So once you upgraded your Splunk on 8.1, then you upgrade this application, this particular application, and then move to 9.0. So I'm not mentioning anything over here. This is, you need to make it by yourself. You can create another column, or wherever you want to note it down. So this is very crucial thing when we are doing it. So this is about the app compatibility. So next will be the Splunk to Splunk compatibility. So sometimes what happens is, in a hurry, just we in some cases, like there is a recent case where we found a vulnerability with the present deployment server, where we had to upgrade it to 9.x and so on. So we have upgraded it, and then later on we upgraded all the version. So first we need to check, or any of the scenario, like say you need to upgrade any of the Splunk version first, and then go to some other version. So before that, you need to check whether the underlying Splunk components version is compatible with the upper version. Any of the, like say if you want to make a compatibility check with this to that, and HF or UF to indexers, so that you need to check it. So for that, we need to go to this link. I will provide you the link. It says the current release, and then you go down. It says the forwarder version and the enterprise indexer version. So forwarder version, it will be mentioned here, and the indexer version, it will be mentioned here. Also, the naming convention E, M, H, and S is defined here. So it is mentioned that that means you can send the event from forwarder to these forwarder of this version to indexer of these versions 1, 2, 3. Now say also, if HTTP, that means HTTP out. So hyper transfer protocol secure. So whether you can send it, so it is allowed only for 8.x forwarder version to 8.2 indexer version and 9 indexer version. Similarly, you can see the mapping. So whatever is your scenario, you need to check and note down whether we are okay to upgrade only single part and can leave the other part behind, so that we can upgrade it later on. Okay, so these things you need to note it down, whether it is compatible with that, and that thing doesn't matter if you want to upgrade your full environment at once. Like say if you are upgrading your environment, one component in this week, another component in next week, another component in next week. So at that time, you need to keep in mind that you follow this guideline. So otherwise it will break your environment. That sometimes it happens, the data is not flowing between forwarder to indexer, because the matrix data will not flow, because it is not mentioned over here. The HTTP secure flow will not be there, because it is not mentioned in this list. That can be the issue. So these are the few points you need to take care when you are discovering your environment. So now again, I will go through all the points, brief you about all this checks uh, in your discovery. First, upgrade path. You need to check the path from which part to which path you need to move. You cannot directly jump in certain scenarios. You cannot directly jump to your target version. You need to go to intermediate version and then go to target version. Then comes to the compatibility check. Compatibility check comes in two parts. One is add-on on app compatibility. Another one is Splunk to Splunk component compatibility. I mean to say. So add-on compatibility, where your add-on is compatible with existing and target version. So if not, you need to upgrade and you need to work accordingly. Then next one is Splunk to Splunk component compatibility, where you need to check whether your Splunk component is compatible with the version you are going to upgrade. So like say your heavy forwarder is on lower version, whether it is compatible with the indexer higher version or not. So like that, you need to check for all the components and plan your upgrade accordingly. So hope this video is much useful for you. So let's meet in another video. Thanks for watching the video. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So this video is a next part of upgrade process. So I have covered already discovery phase of Splunk upgrade, where we have discovered our existing environment with which all components are there, how many nodes are there, and add-ons and so on, and compatibility between the uh, component like indexer, search head, masters, heavy forwarders. So we have talked in detail about those things. So this will be a very short video where I'm going to explain you about the premium app upgrade. So this is also a part of a discovery phase where we are going to check of our premium application compatibility with uh, the target core Splunk version. So for that, again, I have in previous video I have explained you about the metrics where we can check our existing version compatibility of any app to uh, the core Splunk version. So you need to find out from there. You please check my previous video and come back with your details, like which version of app premium application is compatible with which version of core Splunk. So that is very crucial things, because if you do not do that in Splunk environment, there are a very critical apps, premium apps will be running. Uh, Premium apps are running in the system, and if you do not do it carefully, so those apps can be broken. So there can be a security app like enterprise security. There can be a ITSI. There can be any other apps will be there. So for this video, I am concentrating on enterprise security and enterprise Splunk ITSI. So also whenever you are doing the upgrade, just be very careful, because maybe there can be a different search head cluster can be there. So different search head cluster, in case uh, like you have security and operation, and you are just considering security part of it. Maybe you are hired for the security side of your company, but you need to take care that whether any ITSI or any operations team is there who runs uh, a separate cluster for operations. Like they can have ITSI installed, and once you upgrade everything, and then after that you will come to know that, oh, ITSI is not compatible with the core Splunk version. So that things you need to keep in mind, and you need to, in discovery phase, you need to identify your overall Splunk architecture. So the discovery initial video, as I mentioned earlier, please check the initial video, discover your whole environment, and then jump onto the uh, upgrading Splunk premium application. So when you are going to do a Splunk ES enterprise security app, so if you suppose in case you are going to upgrade 4.x to 5.x, so there can be config changes. Like as I remember, in 4.x, the correlation searches are stored in correlation search.conf. But when you go to higher version, the searches will be stored in savesearch.conf. So when you are doing and during the upgrade, those movement will not happen automatically. You need to back up that correlation search.conf and copy one by m or the searches to save searches.conf with respect to enterprise security 5.x version if you have 4.x version in place. Also, you need to keep like I will write down here uh, searches conf5.conf. Then the second thing you need to consider is KV store, because the KV store is also very crucial thing. KV store, you need to do automatic backup for KV store. Not automatic backup, you need to during the when you do the upgrade, so what you have to do, you need to back up your KV store because in enterprise security KV store plays a major role where notables and all other things, not the searches will be stored in .conf file, but the calculations of other things will be stored in KV store. So please take the backup of KV store, and if needed, that has to be upgraded. So that is one of the things. And also when you do upgrade, cluster upgrade, there can be KV store synchronization issue you will find. So for that, you need to clean up the KV store wherever it has, but be very careful, take a proper backup, don't do all the cleanup on for all, the cleanup should be locally. And also for if you have any doubt, don't run those commands without researching. So if you have any doubt, please raise a support case before cleaning up the KV store. So those are little things, but it can impact more on your system. So once you find your target and destination upgrade, there can be a possibility you cannot jump from X version of premium application to to Z. You need to go through X to Y to Z. So that thing also you need to consider. Now, when you come to similar to ITSI, it's again a premium application. So you need to go through the release notes of each and every premium application and discover your environment. Take a note what all things you need to do. Like say, as I earlier mentioned, if you need to take a backup of like anything, you need to backup of services in ITSI, you need to backup of entity, or you need to back up full ITSI system. So that has to be done. Be very careful. So those are the things about the premium application. I think we have spent a lot of time in discovery phase. Hope you have understood the discovery phase. Uh, so I guess you can add your own flavor to it. It's just a basic things I have mentioned, starting from knowing your environment till the premium application discovery phase. So yeah,